So, Victoria, you are victorious.
Yeah.
So, I it was such an honor to help you prepare your portfolio last minute like we did. As I recall, you contacted me about with 1 week left to do
Yeah.
your favorite portfolio for the school you dearly wanted to get into. You had already applied to some others.
Yeah.
And so, and then there was a bit of email tag back and forth, sent you some videos that you started studying with, and you pulled it together in a week, and a lot of it the night before. I remember talking to you, and I think it was 3 a.m. your time or something, the day before the interview.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear from you. A couple of things, like I'm interested, I think because so many other students would love to hear your story of what you did, how you got accepted into your favorite interior design school in London, and I'm curious why you reached out to me at that time where you hadn't for the other schools. Maybe it was because you really wanted this one. How were
Yeah.
you feeling back then? And what made you want to get some help from a portfolio coach?
Well, I was just in such a state of panic. I mean, I had a week to get my portfolio together, and I was Googling how to make the best portfolio, and then I came across your videos, and I emailed you, I think, with a few questions, and you responded right away, which was really helpful. Yeah. So that's basically how we got in touch, and then you offered me the free, what was it, the free assessment, and I sent you some pictures, and then you gave me some advice, and then sent me a few videos, I think it was, and then I kind of got my head around it, but then I decided, I needed more advice. I was still kind of panicking, and then it was a while back now, wasn't it? But yeah, then you gave me some more tutorials, some more hangouts, and you just really sort of helped me get my stuff together. You drew on my strengths, and then we just developed all of those, and you sent me some really, really helpful videos. You gave me a lot of advice, and it just enabled me to, I don't know, it just made me more confident, I think, in what I was doing.
All right. You had to do an interview, and did
Yeah.
you find that because you had that confidence that you interviewed more strongly, do you suppose?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if I hadn't come into contact with you, I would never have had the confidence in my abilities to kind of express my ideas like I did in the interview. Yeah, it's just so helpful. You gave me a lot of advice, a lot of confidence, and just your positive sort of way of teaching just really, really helped me. Yeah, definitely.
And then we did look at how do we improve some of the weak areas,
Yeah,
and because it was a bit last minute too, it was a bit of we had to abandon something because I knew it wasn't going to go where it needed to. So that's where I looked at, okay, where are you strong, and how could you pull that strength out in that short time, because it was the night before where you were doing some concept sketching. So what do you remember as being some of the, I guess, the best tips that really kind of helped you pull things together in that short time frame? Do you remember?
Well, I know you sent me a lot of videos. I specifically remember the chair rendering video, which, step by step, really easy to follow, instructions of how to draw this chair, how to shade it, how to get it all right. And I remember, yeah, I did a concept sketch of one of my final piece designs, and I think that went down well in my interview when I was explaining it, and that's also really helped me now when I'm doing my coursework for that actual project to develop, because I have to put numbers of these concept sketches in my actual folder, and it's really, really helped me to get them right.
Good. So, are you at school? You're not in the design program yet, are you?
No, 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 no. This is for my actual coursework for my A levels at the moment.
Oh, well, so you're using it already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, well, that's cool. Great. and pushing your ideas far enough. So that's part of what we looked at together too, is how to just push you past some of the conventional thinking, right?
Yeah.
To get you to get to the best idea that was in you in the time that you had. And I think there's a lot more potential in you. I can't wait to see. I hope you can every once in a while fire off a sketch to me, because I can see that you do have a lot of good ideas, and that I think they need to get coaxed out of you a little bit. But they're there, and I hope that you love the program that you're going into. Tell me a bit about where you're going and why you chose that place. Tell us the name, and why did you want it so badly?
Well, I think since I started thinking about university, I always knew that I wanted to go to London, because I think London is it's just London, isn't it? And I came across University of Arts, and I went for an open day, and I saw it, and I just immediately just loved it so much. I mean, it's very central, it's so pretty, right on the river, and I was sitting in. The course leader was giving us a kind of talk about the course. And everything that she was saying was just exactly what I wanted to do, just 100%. And I knew that that was for me, that was my course. So I was so thankful that you helped me, get there.
Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic. That's so, I just love helping students get where they really want to be. And a lot of I've heard that from other students and professors that say when you go for the campus tour, you just know what environment is right for you. And I'm so glad that you were able to find my site and reach out and get the help you needed. And we did it in a way that was affordable to you. Like we started with the videos, and then one consult, and then you did what you could, and you realized, oh, maybe another half hour. I just kept adding on just to get what you needed. And you found out so quickly. How did you feel when you found out, like within 2 days? You're so lucky.
I just cried. I cried. I sat on my own waiting for my mum to pick me up from work and just checking my emails, and I was just crying on my own. It was quite embarrassing, really. I didn't care. I was so happy, and I told my mum. She bought some Prosecco and celebrated. It was great. It was really great.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so happy for you. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much. I just don't think I could have done it without you. I think I needed that extra bit of advice, like the extra confidence, and you gave that to me. And I'm so grateful. I really wish that I could thank you in person, because, we have hangouts, but,
Yes. Well, I just have to say thank you from afar. Thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts, because I think it's useful for other students that might be in that spot that you were, of feeling stressed and really wanting that school. And I'm glad that you reached out for the help, and that I was able to help you in the time you had, and you got the result you wanted. I'm just delighted for you. So
I'm so thankful too. If there are students that are in the same position as me, I highly recommend going to you, because you got me to where I wanted to be, and I didn't think it was possible in a week. You've worked miracles. You really have.
So, is there anything in addition to what you've already shared that you think other students would want to know about, or from what you've learned through your experience?
I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint the most helpful part of the whole thing, because the whole thing was really helpful. But I think it's just the nature of how you approach everything, and you're just so wise, and you're so
thank you,
competent, and it's just I don't know. It's just, and the whole experience was really great, and I'm just really thankful for it all.
You were so lucky in England that you're here so quickly. Within 2 days, you knew. Well, the students in North America are sitting around waiting for months and months. So that students I'd helped before you, I'm just hearing back this week. Like one got into Rhode Island School of Art and Design. That's one of the best art schools in the U.S. A lot of people want to go there. Another one got into Ringling, which is an amazing school. And they were just waiting and waiting. So you were so lucky that you got to find out so quickly.
Yeah, I really was.
So no sitting on pins and needles for too long.
No, I can sleep at night now.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to most about taking off to school next September?
I think just really doing what I want to do because I've never really had the opportunity here to do interior design, and it's always been what I wanted to do. So now I actually get to go and do it, and I just can't wait. I really can't wait.
Awesome. Um, do you think that some of the things that you learned from me would be helpful to you when you're there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the first year of the course is small projects. I think small furniture projects. So I can definitely. You sent me quite a few videos of how to render rooms, chairs, other pieces of furniture, and I can definitely use them when I'm there.
Okay. There's another girl who got into interior design. She had never, ever drawn before. And I taught her in a month and a half, and she got the last spot in the program. So, um, mind you, she's actually still studying with me now because she found because she had learned so quickly, and a lot of her colleagues and classmates had more drawing experience than she did, that she's actually studying with me. She comes to me about every couple of weeks to get help on her perspective drawings. So, so that's why I'm saying really good idea before you go, since you did look like you could use more development in your
Yeah,
perspective drawing. You might really feel a lot better going off to college if you do a bit more drawing training this summer.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, and the University of Guelph students, we're going to do a group Google Hangout course for the students that are far away, and we're going to have some students that live in Guelph to meet in my studio because they don't have perspective drawing as part of their program.
Mhm.
What about your school? Do they have a lot of hand drawing and perspective drawing as part of their program?
Not really, not for the courses that I'm taking. They don't really do extracurricular stuff either. So,
Yeah, but nevertheless, whether they've got drawing or not, you loved that program. There's something about that school that really drew you to it. So I'm sure you're just going to love immersing yourself in that. I know
yeah.
I loved every bit of my education. It was just like
Mhm.
gold. It seems like such a luxury to be
Mhm.
able to study what you love in an environment that you find enriching. It
Yeah.
it's just fantastic. And whenever I'd hear students complain of it, are you crazy? This is fantastic. It's such a luxury to live in a country where you can do that and where you have those facilities and the freedom and the affluence to be able to do it. It's so exciting, and I really wish you top joy when you're there, and that you meet some
You.
fantastic friends, and that you get those ideas really cooking and going well. So anyhow, so thank you so much, Victoria. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you very
Any
much.
parting words?
Oh, God, I don't know. Just to anybody that's thinking of, coming to you, just do it. Just because you won't regret it.
Good. Well, thank you, Victoria. All right, well, good luck, and
Thank you
maybe
very
drop me
much.
a line every once in a while.
I
Okay.
will, I will, definitely.